Welcome to Business Book Daily. Today I'm breaking down a book about focus, digital overload, and why your attention is too valuable to let apps and feeds run your day. I'll cover the big idea, the practical business lesson, and three sharp insights you can use right away. Let's get into it. But first, a word from our sponsor. Want to sell more without adding fixed payroll? A lot of smart operators hire commission-only reps, experienced sellers who get paid only when they produce results. If that sounds like a smarter way to scale, post your opportunity at commissiononly.com. Thousands of motivated reps are actively looking for performance-based roles right now. Commissiononly.com. Today's book is Digital Minimalism by Newport. Newport is a computer science professor, author, and productivity thinker who writes about focus, technology, work, and living with more intention. His core argument is simple. Your attention is too valuable to let technology companies decide how you spend it. A better life comes from choosing digital tools carefully, using them for clear reasons, and removing the ones that don't support your values. That's what makes this book useful. Technology isn't automatically bad. The problem is using it without rules. Many apps are designed to keep people scrolling, checking, reacting, and coming back. They make small moments feel productive while quietly taking time, focus, and energy away from work, relationships, thinking, and rest. The book makes a clear point. Most people don't use technology on purpose. They drift into apps, feeds, notifications, and platforms that take more attention than they give back. In business, that matters because attention is one of the most valuable assets a person has. A distracted leader makes weaker decisions. A distracted team does shallower work. A distracted company spends too much time reacting and not enough time creating real value. One of the strongest ideas in the book is that digital clutter has a real cost. Every app, notification, platform, and feed asks for attention. Even when each one seems small, together they can create a busy, distracted life. The cost isn't only wasted time, it's weaker focus, less patience, poorer thinking, and fewer long stretches of useful work. Leaders should treat digital clutter like operational clutter. If a tool doesn't clearly help, it may be quietly hurting performance. Another key lesson is that technology should serve values. The right question isn't whether a tool is popular, fun, or useful in some vague way. The better question is whether it supports something you actually care about. If a platform helps you build relationships, learn, create, sell, or manage work better, it may be worth keeping. If it mostly creates noise, comparison, or distraction, it deserves a harder look. The book also explains the 30-day digital declutter. This means taking a 30-day break from optional digital tools. During that time, you remove the apps and habits that aren't essential, then rebuild your technology use from scratch. The goal isn't to disappear from modern life. The goal is to stop using tools by default and start choosing them with purpose. There's also a useful lesson about solitude. Solitude doesn't only mean being physically alone. It means having time when your mind isn't being filled by other people's opinions, posts, messages, or entertainment. People need quiet mental space to think, solve problems, make decisions, and process life. In business, this matters because constant input can make leaders reactive instead of thoughtful. Another important idea is that high-quality leisure beats low-quality scrolling. Many people reach for phones when they're tired, bored, or stressed, but passive scrolling often doesn't leave them feeling restored. Better leisure usually takes more effort at first but gives more back. Exercise, reading, making things, seeing friends, learning skills, cooking, volunteering, or spending time outside. A better offline life makes digital distractions less tempting. So how do you apply this? Start by auditing the digital tools that shape your day. Look at messaging apps, project tools, social media, email, news, analytics, dashboards, and notifications. Ask what each tool is supposed to help you do. If you can't name the value clearly, the tool may be creating more noise than benefit. The goal isn't to reject technology, it's to make every tool earn its place. Next, create clearer rules for communication. Many teams lose focus because every message feels urgent. Decide when people should use email, chat, meetings, project management tools, or phone calls. Set expectations around response times. Protect blocks of time for deep work. A company with better communication rules can move faster because people aren't constantly interrupting each other. Then run a short digital reset. For 30 days, remove optional digital habits that don't clearly support your work or life. This might include social apps, non-essential news, random video platforms, or constant inbox checking. Use that time to notice what you miss, what you don't miss, and what improves when your attention isn't being pulled in so many directions. After that, rebuild your digital habits one by one. Don't add a tool back because you used to use it. Add it back only if it supports a clear value and has clear rules. For example, you might use LinkedIn for business development for 20 minutes a day, not as an open-ended feed. You might check email at set times instead of letting it run your whole day. Finally, replace low-value digital time with better habits. If you remove distractions but don't replace them, the old habits will return. Choose better defaults: reading, walking, planning, focused work, skill building, real conversation, or proper rest. Better attention doesn't come only from deleting apps. It comes from building a life and workday that doesn't need constant escape. Now here are 3 insights worth sharing. First, the biggest problem with digital tools isn't that they're useless. It's that too many useful tools quietly become default habits. Second, attention is a business asset. If your team spends the day reacting to messages, feeds, and alerts, deep work becomes the exception. Third, digital discipline isn't about rejecting technology. It's about making technology prove it deserves access to your time. Today's closing sponsor is memoirghostwriting.com. Many of the best business books start as ideas leaders have been refining for years. Memoirghostwriting.com works with founders, executives, and industry experts to turn those ideas into polished business books that build authority, attract leads, and open doors. They handle everything from interviews to writing, to editing, to publishing. If there's a book in your head that should already be helping your business, learn more at memoirghostwriting.com. That's it for today. See you next time.